What's up, everybody? We're back at it again on the silver screen. We're looking at Link. It's young Link.
You like young Link, huh?
Out of the characters in Smash, he's the coolest. He drinks milk. He's just like me.
He does drink milk, yeah. Do you drink milk?
My bones are thicker than fucking steel. Alright, play this shit. Let me see how you made this.
Alright.
Whoa! Starting with the box. Why do you already have a foot?
I think I maybe started recording a little bit late
Oh.
into making this. So I already previously made a foot.
Oh, you're a cheater.
Yeah, but I'm making the tunic pretty good. I have a friend on Twitter, Ocarina of Time remake project, who I'm referencing a video they made with Curiomatic and kind of the philosophy of how to lay some of this out. As
you know, I started playing a little bit of Ocarina of the Time.
Yeah. How far are you?
I made it to Hyrule Castle, so right after.
Yeah, right after the first dungeon.
Wait, is the Deku Tree a dungeon?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. It was fun.
Spoilers for the a 25-year-old game.
Yeah, dude, you guys are behind the times. More behind than I am.
And you played the N64 version?
Yeah, I like it. I think the game is super charming. Like, the look of it, obviously, is incredibly charming. The controls pissing me off a little bit, but I was getting used to it.
N64 game.
Yeah.
For sure.
You watched me play it too, and you saw how good I was, dude. I was jumping on people, killing spiders, shooting my nuts.
Yeah, you were doing a good job.
Honestly,
you're figuring it out.
The whole time I was playing it, I really wanted to just start Majora's Mask.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I've heard a little bit more about that, and also just seeing spooky.
Yeah.
Since it is October.
It is not October. Yeah, I mean, Ocarina of Time is a lot longer of a game than Majora's Mask.
Yeah, because I heard Majora's Mask is DLC for Ocarina of Time.
That's not true. It's completely different. I mean, it uses a lot of the same assets.
Yeah. Wait, so is Majora's Mask actually that short?
Yeah, it's like 4 dungeons.
Oh.
Ocarina of Time is 9 or something.
Oh.
There's a lot more to do in Majora's Mask, though. I mean, if you want to play Majora's Mask, there's not really it's a sequel, but there's not really that much connective tissue.
I feel like a lot of the games don't have that much connective issues going on.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same Link in Majora's Mask as it is in Ocarina.
Is that the first time they've done that besides Breath of the Wild?
No, because they had Link to the Past into Link's Awakening, I think is the same Link.
Oh, dude, I like his freaking mascara. Putting wings on my boy. Those
N64 Zelda games, they really try and make him look very young, but also the pretty boy anime aesthetic.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we have now.
I feel like it's different now. Breath of the Wild, he's more of a femboy kind of thing.
yeah.
This version of Link's 10. So it's a little bit hard to watch right now.
You are moving at Mach 10. Dude.
Moving around so much.
How long did this one take?
I think this one took a similar amount of time as Culex. It's 20 hours or something. Not in one sitting.
Yeah, obviously not. You went to go get tea twice.
Right, coffee at 11 p.m.
Yeah, that's your fucking ammo, dude.
Yeah, I think probably I did the hair in one sitting. I did the legs in one, and then it was I did the body and the face. And then I went back, did the hair and the hat, and then kept going back and back and back.
You started with the torso, right?
I started with the boots, actually. Just because the boots are very, you can suss out the shape of that super easy with the reference. Right? It's just basically a cylinder. And that's way easier to start on than going into a kind of organic, amorphous child body shape, you know?
Yeah. Is it crazy to say? I think young Link looks way cooler than older Link.
I think that is a little bit crazy to say. What do you mean by that?
He just looks sick. It reminds me of old anime kids. He just looks badass.
Yeah, I get that.
Gives me Yu-Gi-Oh vibes.
You think adult Link doesn't look cool? Or at least the Ocarina of Time?
Right. I guess I have a lot of bias from playing Smash, and I hated playing his old slow-ass Link. With the grip on the freaking sword.
Yeah, dude. You remember getting the sword in Kokiri Forest?
I do. I remember there was a little kid there who's like, you don't have what it takes.
Mido.
And I showed him up.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Mido. M-I-D-O.
Mido. That's so awesome.
Do you actually think it's awesome? Or are you just saying that to
I do. It is really cool seeing things that I've just heard about, but seeing it in first person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
dude, this shield took me so long because I kept making versions of it and then not getting the curvature right, and it ended up being something super simple. What
do you mean? Let me see this.
I would pull the corners out first, but then when you think about a shield is round or kind of on the front, right?
Yeah.
Which didn't really work with that corner thing. So as you can see, I just stopped working on the shield and was I'm gonna do the ears now.
Which seems even worse, honestly.
Yeah, the ears were... Every part of this was kind of hellish, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
one must imagine you being happy.
I think this is the most complicated model I've ever done because Young Link has like a lot of gear and a lot of like parts that are overlapping and like this weird fucking ear and
yeah,
like fabric
and like organic shapes.
Yeah, so a lot of my modeling experience is like Super Mario RPG, like stubby ass fucking legs.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting better at like full on people. I don't think I've ever been like super bad at it, but it's just not something that I have like a ton of practice in comparison to other things.
You're just gonna copy paste this ear, dude?
Oh yeah, I mean I'm mirroring the entire model to the
oh
other side.
wait, never mind.
You can see over on the right I have a mirror modifier going for like most of the objects because it's just way easier to work on one side rather than trying to do two things at once, you know?
Yeah, that seems hellish.
This belt was also fucking hellish. Like, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Go ahead.
And I don't know if it's stupid. Do you use a mouse or a pen for this?
This is a pen.
Okay.
I use a mouse sometimes, but it's mostly pen.
I was downloaded in Blender just to mess around with some stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, what am I supposed to use for this?
Mm-hmm. When I first learned Blender up until like probably a year or two in, I was just using a trackpad because I only had a like a laptop from 2017 for a long time. So I got really good
power limiters, bro.
I got really good at just using the fucking trackpad. I don't even have like a numpad or anything.
That's kind of awesome, dude.
So I learned everything the hard way.
Back to the shield, bro.
Oh yeah, back to the shield. Brute forcing it again. Like this is just gonna work. Not taking no for an answer. But I might stop to make some coffee.
This seems almost not fun to work on.
What do you mean?
Shield.
Oh, the shield itself?
I don't know. There's like a lot of little things.
Well, I think the
Give
designs.
like some amount of texture.
Yeah, the designs in the middle of the shield were pretty fun. But like getting the curvature of the shield, for some reason, I just couldn't wrap my head around for the longest time.
Your little friggin' brain couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I wish I can't really help it, but I like move around so much.
I feel like your favorite part's texturing. Is that right?
I think my favorite part's modeling, but definitely I like when a texture starts looking good. You know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't ever say
Trust the
that
process.
texturing is like my very favorite because sometimes it's just like it doesn't work how I want it to. Especially when you have to get things ready for like an external game engine. There's like so many things that you have to take into account. Bake onto maps so that things can be reproduced as close as possible. And that's just not my favorite process. Yeah, especially keeping things in Blender, you can get away a lot without baking everything or like cleaning up the UVs. Oh yeah, here I am cutting out like the wood for the back of the shield and insetting the metal pieces.
I can tell the areas you enjoy the most. The big bulbous vein on his back.
It's not a vein, it's muscle.
I'm just kidding, he doesn't have one.
I think my favorite part is I always go in on all these pieces at the end with a multi-res modifier.
Yeah.
It basically just adds like a way more geometry that you can just like sculpt on detail
Is it what's
with.
adding them little folds?
Yeah, adding the little folds, making everything smooth, and then hiding that so it only shows in the final renders and whatever.
Look at that rig.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to rewatch rigging this shit. It takes so long. Look at how many bones I'm just using for the skirt, dude. Maxing out my fucking patience with this garbage.
This one's also an animation, right?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't rig this if I wasn't gonna move it around.
I guess so, but...
If it was just gonna be a sculpture, I wouldn't even bother with any of this. I'd just sculpt it into place, you know?
Whoa, bro. You were working on his freaking crotch, dude.
Sorry, man. I had to.
How many bones you putting in this, dude?
I'm done adding bones. I'm weighting the bones now. Do you know what weighting means?
Oh... I'm assuming it's how heavy each of the bones are.
God. I'm basically telling each of the bones how much of each model they affect.
Oh.
So
okay.
like the little blue and red and green thing that flashes every so often is basically just like a heat map where red is like this bone completely affects this area.
And then like the further
and
out
blue
it
is nothing.
Okay, that makes sense.
Each of the parts that's a part of the rig needs their own basically description. And over the years I've gotten I think a lot better at that because it used to be that I'd have like each bone be represented in each object. For example, the sword, I would have like a bunch of empty bones for like, you know, the neck and the torso and whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't need that for the sword, so I think the sword, you know, I just have the sword bone.
Just a straight piece of fucking metal.
Yeah, and that's the only one I need to tell the program about because nothing else is gonna do anything to it, right?
This guy feels so good. Can you throw him in a game right now? Will you move around?
Maybe. I mean, like I said, there's a whole lot of like texture shit that you'd have to translate or bake out,
yeah.
and the poly count isn't really attractive for like a real-time game.
Yeah. And are you gonna show me the end product now?
Yeah.
Yippee! This is looking beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you want me to voice act for him,
Yeah,
hit me up.
please. I need a clip
Damn,
of
that looks so good. Came out fucking beautiful.
Thank you. These are all based off of different iconic Majora's Mask renders.
Yeah, I had a feeling I've seen that before.
Thanks.
It came out really nice. I also feel like his hand looks a bit weird in the official art.
Oh yeah,
Like
here.
the one holding it.
It's hard to match that over here too. I feel like this one looks weird as well. It's whatever.
Did you make his eyes blue? Oh, they're just dark.
His eyes are blue.
Oh, there they are. His big, blue, beautiful eyes.
I feel like this model has like a certain pug-like quality.
Certain what, like?
Pug.
Like he was just made wrong?
Like, I don't know. He gives off like little dog energy. I can't describe it.
That's awesome, dude.
So,
That's awesome.
really trying to capture some of that
Yeah.
while maintaining the like brightness of this art. This one is also difficult to line up because like his arm is so long in this picture. I don't think you understand.
Yeah.
And like his hand is pretty fucked up. Like if you rotated this model, his fingers are like inches apart. Just to make that shit work.
Why didn't you add the fairy, dude? Oh my god.
I added the light. I just don't want
did.
like after I made all of this other shit, I did not want to just like figure out how to make a ball of light with wings. I'm done, dude.
No, but your model looks. There's none better.
Oh,
I'll take that to the grave.
you're sweet. Before we go, we should thank our patrons.
Oh, dude, our patrons. I heard we got some more.
Yeah, we've got some more now.
Fucking silly gooses. Throw their names out there.
So we'd like to thank Cell0x,
Cell0x, I would like to thank you.
the Solar Bear,
Solar Bear.
Halvard Bringe,
Halvard, my man.
Douglas Morris,
Goddamn Douglas.
Jade Animate,
Ooh, animated Jade.
Shino Dino,
Badass Shino Dino. I like that.
Jorge Puerto Venetti,
Thank you, Jorge.
Robin AM.
Robin in the AM.
Yeah.
Damn, we got quite a few.
Yeah, that should be all of them.
Damn, well, thank you guys. Appreciate that. Anybody who wants to see some more of the geese, we appreciate.
Thank you guys for the support.
Thank you, kisses. Bye.
Bye.